This is Tuesday, August 29th. We're going to get into stuff. Let's see. The bell work, for those of you who are playing the home game, make sure this entry goes into your table of contents. Put it on the right-hand side, which is the bell work side. It should be the second entry on that side, right below where you put a joke. And it's going to go on to page 4. On page 4, put the date, put the title, put the information as it goes there. Tie game is going on this week. If you can't see my tie game, that's because you're not here. Bummer for you. NWEA Remind, that's probably not going to help you if you're not here, but we decided that again today. And then hopefully again we go to the library. And then if you have single-digit B points, I've been trying to let people know so they can fix it so that bad things don't happen to them and taking control of their lives. Alright, and then let's take a look at... Going to the restroom would not put you into single digits.
I want to go to the bathroom.
I thought you might.
Miles.
Yeah,
You're now at 9 points. That was way too tempting. Alright. Then, for those of you playing the home game, once again, here's what you're going to do for the bell work, which looks like a whole lot, but it's mostly me doing a whole bunch of writing and you doing not a whole bunch of writing, well, hopefully. You are going to tell us statements about yourself. 3 of them are going to be true. 1 of them is going to be a lie. Hence, truths and lies. And so your true things could be anything you want about you, and then your 1 lie is something about you that is not going to be true. And then we're going to try and guess and figure out what it is. A little bit of creative writing, a little bit of succinct, what you guys come up with. And then you're going to do it a total of 2 times for a total of 8 lines. So you do it once, truth, 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 lie, scribble, truth, 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 lie, done. Simple as that. And you can either do weak sauce version, where you're not very creative at all. I'm a boy, I have hair, I have shoes, I was born in outer space. Or you can actually do ones that require thought. It is up to you. Have I shown you guys my example one? I did earlier, I did. And so here's my example one that I did. I was on the cheerleading squad in high school. I broke my shoulder skateboarding on my 13th birthday. I've been to more than 1 wedding of past students, and my wife was also a teacher, but in Noblesville. And so that would be an example. I think no questions from there from you guys, because we've already covered this, because we're going for time. Yay. Then, if you are done with all of yours, then you can go ahead and just push your notebook off to the side. We are going to come back to it, but now we're going to be using your iPad. With your iPad, I'm going to have you download those files that are listed up there for you playing the home version, my website, and then the homework files, and then go to the one that says book report number 1 page, and then you're going to download the directions, the rubric, and the examples. Here's the part where we actually do get to have a book report. The files you're downloading, one of them is going to be the direction-y sheet, which has all the direction-y words, and the other one is going to be the rubric sheet, which has all of the rubric-y bits there to help you out. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the directions, but you're going to need to read them to know what you're supposed to do. With this, there are a lot of directions on here. There's not necessarily a lot you have to do. The problem is I want to make sure you follow the directions. So to help you, I don't know how dumb you are, so I have given you a lot of directions, just to make it as easy as possible for you not to mess up. But that would require you to actually read them. I don't repeat the same book report twice. Once we do a book report once, I'm not going to do that same style again. When we go to the library this week, you are going to pick out whatever book you want. You can do a real book, I made out of paper. You can do an audio book, or you can do an e-book. Any of those are fine with me. You cannot do a book you've read before. Once again, that's wussy stuff. You're going to have to step up. How would you know I've read the book before? You don't. 1, it goes off of your honesty. But for the most part, I have kids rat each other out all the time. And I have parents who rat their kids out all the time. If I find out that you are doing a book that you have done before, I give you a 0 and then make you redo the project. But I don't tell you until it comes due. I wait till you do the whole project and then turn it in and then tell you that you're a big fat liar and that you're someone I can't trust and have to redo the project. So it's the game you get to play if you're just a bad person. Do kids get away with it? I'm sure some do. Do I catch some? Absolutely, and it's awesome. For your project, what you're going to do, you are creating a 2-part project. 1, you are going to be creating a poster, roughly this size, where you pick 1 character from your book, and then you are going to come up with pictures that connect to that character and tell us more about them in some way. You're going to put the character's name somewhere in that middle thing, and then you're just going to find a whole bunch of pictures that tell us more about who they are. things that they did, people that they meet, events that happen to them, description of their character. Then, for each one of them, you're going to go through and give me an explanation about why you chose that picture and how that picture connects to them. As an example, let's see, on here, there's a picture of a cat. Oh, this person did Katniss Everdeen from Hunger Games, so they all had to connect back to that in one way or another. And let's see, a picture of a cat. Why does she have a cat? Adorable cat. Let's see, the cat is vital to the story because it represents Buttercup, Prim's cat, who gets her almost killed during a bombing. When Prim gets killed at the end of the book, Buttercup is all Katniss has left of her little sister. And so that was why there was a little kitty cat that is on there. That's what I'm looking for. Little bits of rules to help you. If you do a book that gets turned into a movie, you can't use any pictures from the movie. If you do a book that's turned into a TV show, you can't use any pictures from the TV show. So if you did Pretty Little Liars, you can't just print off pictures of all the actresses and put them on there. If you do the Hunger Games like this, you can't print off pictures of, what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss. You're going to have to actually find other pictures and then connect them because it shows thinking and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. How many pictures you have to have? It's in the directions. It goes through and tells you all that, which is why you have the direction bits. When's it due? It's in the directions. When is the book have to be read by? It's in the directions. Let's see. The book type. As long as it is 7th grade level, that is what I'm looking for. As far as Diary of a Wimpy Kid books go, can you choose them? Yes and no. You can, but you sign a piece of paper saying you agree to not getting higher than a 75% C, regardless of how well you do on it. You cap yourself, because you should be able to move past those. But if that's all you want to read, I respect it. And so it just means you can't get any higher than a C, no matter how much effort you put into it. So it's up to you on that. There's other books out there that you can read that'll push you a little bit beyond that one. That pretty much covers it. Questions from all of y'all before I move on to the next thing. Joaquin.
You said book from library. Does it have to be book from library?
Absolutely not. If you have your own book, that's fine. If you see a book on my shelf you want to read, that's fine. If you have your own book, that's fine. If you find an ebook, that's fine. It just has to be a book that you can bring in and I can physically see it.
Okay.
Yay. Then we're done with the book report stuff. You'll get a chance to choose the book. Your book choice we do by like Monday of next week. So I'm going to give you a couple days to figure out what book you're going to want to do. We'll email your parents, tell them to help you find the book, stuff like that. Then, one more thing. Oh, wait. First off, if you don't hate reading, there's a website called ebook.bike. It is not .com. I have no idea why it's called ebook.bike, but that's what it's called, and they have free ebooks on there. Like books you've probably seen and have wanted to read. And so you're welcome to go to ebook.bike. You just click on it, find the book that you want, and then download it. Mr. Brovicast, is that legal? I have no idea. All I know is that it exists, and I found a way to get kids' books. So there you go. What if I get arrested? Well, then you go to jail. So use it, and I wish you the best of luck. But for the most part, you can find a whole bunch of things on there. If you don't mind reading, it's a great way to find a whole bunch of books from that point. I think it's Canadian, and Canadians are weird anyway, so what are you going to do? Now, for our next bit of learning stuff, we get the chance to do newsela. And so newsela, we're going to set up your account for you here in a moment. Go to newsela. It is a website, www.newsela.com. If you are doing the home version, hi people at home, this code is only for 5th period. If you are not the dead kid from 5th period, don't use that code. In a moment, I'm going to put a different code up there for you. You are going to use that code. There you go. Use one of those codes, pause the screen and use it. Good. Now back to this one. So for you guys who are in 5th period right in front of me, this is the code you are getting ready to use. As you go through, go to the website, and there's going to be an option to either log in or like create account. You're going to want to create account. When you create your account, you're going to want to do it using your username. So just use your email, the one you use to get onto Wi-Fi. That way you have to remember fewer things. So use that same one. For your password, use the same password. The capital H, little s, little e, and then your student ID number. Makes life easy. In case you forget how to get in, I can help you get back in. Sometimes I have kids who can't get in because it says, your account already exists. And you're like, how could that be? because your teacher last year created an account for you. Mr. Brovicast, we never used this last year. I know, but they had a teacher work day where they had some of the teachers create accounts, and there's every chance they created an account for you and then just never used it. So if your name does not work, surprise, your teacher created one for you last year and never got to it. In that case, you can try to log in. There's a good chance your teacher from last year just used last year's password. The big H, little S, little E, and then your birthday. You can try using that. If that doesn't work, then just create a new account and use a different name. If you use Google, there's an option on there that says log in with your Google account. That's fine. Log in with your Google account. That's fine with me too. And then when you do it, you're going to find a spot that allows you to log in with my code. That is my code. If you need help, here's where I get to come around and help you. Or if there was someone next to you who might be smarter than you, try to get their attention and go, hey, person's smarter than me. Help rub off some of your smartness on me. And we're going to try and get you there. Yes.
Does our username have to be our real name?
No.
Yes!
Julian.
It's already guessing my name.
Yeah, well, you're weird.
I don't care, Jacob.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. I'm not sure why.
What is it?
Yeah, it says invalid.
We'll try refreshing it. The drawback is, let's see.
Oh, that's what it is on okay. My username is green.
No, it works. Refreshing it logged you in.
I am a learner.
It's the class code.
You enjoy that teacher's class?
It does
I am a
nothing.
learner.
I can't sign up. That was
I'm a
a
learner. I was
That's no
so
good.
thanks.
I don't have an Google account.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Apparently your username does not work.
What?
Apparently you hit two letters. Yell at me, yell at newsela gods.
Ah, bad.
Yes, dear?
Come on.
Q4Y, JKR.
Get ready to become an expert reader with articles and quizzes on just what you
No, I am not going to condone your laziness. I'm going to taunt you. Good job. Julian? Yeah, because you're trying to recreate it. You already created it. Now you're already logged in.
Wow.
You just hit your name right there. Type in class code. All you're doing is typing in class code. Once yours is good, clear off iPad. Now I know your issues are done. If you have iPad out, that tells me you're having issues, so I can come with you. Otherwise, all you need out now is your bell work, and you're getting ready to get a chance to try and read your bell works, but I have to go through and help kids with issues.
Oh, there's so many of them.
I know, trust me.
Do you mean issues with
Yes,
iPads?
totally.
You mean issues?
Uh-huh. So that is, just try to create this one. You have to join now. Let's take a picture real quick. Where's your photography?
No, this is for Jacob. We're supposed to-
This way. You can just use that. There we go. Now you have to do I'm a learner and then sign in for that. Yes.
Alright, so I press like get started and then just
What you do is fresh, save password. For some reason, it hates you. Normally just boot people right in. Grant, for some reason, is a hater. Alright, well, try it again. If it messes up again, I just tried it at home. I didn't use the video to figure out the code. Those of you who are at home, here's the list of past things from there. All right. And then, yeah, Grant, take a picture real quick. We'll help you out. Everyone else is hopefully good. If not, you've taken a picture. Casper.
You won't let me do it.
He's already given. And you don't have to create it again. You would just. Amazing. All right. Moving on from this screen. If you need the picture, take the picture. If not, disappear. And making the button now. All right. All right. With your bell work, here's what we're going to do. If you are wanting to gamble, that is fine. If you feel strongly about yours, you can gamble 2 points. Now, the class is going to be voting on which one of yours is the lie. If you can make sure the majority of people vote for the truths, you're good. If people go for your lie, but it's only a minority of people, you win 2 B points. But if the majority of people figure out which one is your lie, you lose 2 B points. But if that scares you, you can just do it normal and not risk B points at all. The only thing is, if you gamble B points, you cannot have numbers in any of your lies and truths. Because I had kids say, I've been to Ohio 3 times. I've been to Kentucky 4 times. I've been to Michigan twice. And I've been to Illinois once. Which one is the lie? No one has any idea. So that's like the most weak sauce thing ever. So it has to be real differences between them, and you have a chance to go for it. Joaquin,
I want to gamble too.
just a moment, because I get to do mine first. Here is my real one that I came up with, where I was trying to challenge you, trying to make the ones that you might not be able to figure out which one is my lie and which ones are my truths. And then we're going to have you vote in just a moment to figure out which one is which. So it says, I have more than one tattoo on my body. I have been arrested more than once in my lifetime. I was forced to leave my first teaching job because of anger issues. And in 7th grade, I had all A's except my English class, which was either a B or a C. So what you're going to do is raise your hand on which one you think is the lie. 3 of those are truths, 1 of those are lies. You're not raising your hand yet. You wait till I get to each one. So when I get to it, you're going to then raise your hand. You're going to raise your hand above your head, and if you wait too long, I just skip you. You're like, but that was the one I want. Then you're out of luck. Not on top of your head, just a hand above your head. Okay. If you think the first one is a lie, I have more than one tattoo on my body. If that's a lie, raise your hand. Gives me 1, 2, that's not above your head, child. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. All right? I've been arrested more than once in my lifetime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I was forced to leave my first teaching job because of anger issues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 is still in the lead. In 7th grade, I had all A's except my English class, which was either a B or a C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The majority of you voted, 9 of you, which was for the second one. And so that would be the one that we would then figure out if it was the lie or not. And it turns out, that's the truth. The lie, which kind of scares me, is I've never been fired. I'm an adorable teddy bear.
right.
So I've never been fired. I've been teaching here ever since I graduated college.
Do I get anything to be right?
Yeah, I was doing you right.
Where's your tattoo?
Those are all stories for another day.
Are they on the bottom of your feet so we can't see them?
So, that is how you try to do it, where you try to confuse people by having truths and lies that are similar.
Why were you arrested?
That's a story for another day. Those are stories I will get to, just not today.
Can I give my
Now, those of you playing the home version, you don't get to see this part. Now, we're going to have actually people try to do it, but as long as you've done the bell work, then you should be good. Good job. Woo.
Bye.